Welcome. The Bureau of Indian Affairs, Division of Energy and Mineral Development, invites you to learn about the Tribal Energy Development Capacity Program, also known as TEDC or TEDC. However you choose to refer to it, the TEDC is a financial assistance opportunity to help tribes advance managerial, organizational, and technical capacity in a way that maximizes the economic impact of energy resource development on Indian land. In this presentation, we will first take a few minutes to share some brief information about the division and our mission to serve tribes. We will then dive into details about the TEDC program, including an overview of the program goals, examples of previous tribal projects, and important information about the grant application process. Our mission at DEMD is to provide the best possible technical and economic advice and services in assisting tribes and Indian owners in developing their energy and mineral resources. These services span across 6 branches. Our resource-focused commodity branches include renewable and distributed generation, fluid minerals, and solid minerals. These branches are then complemented with capacity building, information management, and business development provided through our branches of business services, NIOGEMS, and geotechnical data. Our technical and business advisory services provide access to our diverse team of subject matter experts at no cost to the tribe. Uniquely equipped to work with tribes to identify and implement your next big enterprise, our in-house capabilities include a range of activities such as technical project evaluations, developing business partnerships, resource mapping, and marketing assistance. As an example, if a tribe has the desire to explore solar energy, we will refer them to our technical experts in renewable and distributed generation for resource evaluations, economic analysis, and project planning. We will also bring in business services to help lend expertise towards business modeling and partnership evaluations. This is how we would create an advisory team to help your tribe develop the best approach specific to your unique vision and needs. Here we have a testimonial from Chairman Dahlberg of the Fort Independence Paiute Tribe, describing recent experience working with DEMD to launch a new tribally owned aggregate production company, Grinding Rocks Aggregate. In this case, the Solid Minerals branch teamed up with business services and the Fort Independence Paiute Tribe to quickly launch the operation that is now a major supplier of construction aggregate in their region. Now that you have an idea of the work our organization provides to tribes, let's dive into TEDC, starting with some ideas on what energy capacity building can look like. While capacity building can take many different forms, we found that the process has a general approach of transitioning from a passive state through being more aware, engaged, and innovative. A current state assessment often kicks off this process, where a tribe takes a deep dive into current conditions and building deeper awareness of the specific energy development status and issues facing your community. Through increased awareness, tribes can then take on more proactive planning and even innovation in defining the long-term vision for how the tribe engages in the energy industry. As an example, this might include a transition from just paying your energy bill to developing a deeper understanding of how much energy you use and where it comes from. Through doing this, we move from a passive status to an increased state of awareness. Likewise, with increased awareness and levels of engagement, tribes start to make incremental advancements in sovereignty and self-determination over their energy future. Now, this brings us back to the Tribal Energy Development Capacity Program, which again is designed to help tribes develop managerial, organizational, and technical capacity for energy resource development on Indian land. This is a no-cost match program, which means there is no requirement to incur out-of-pocket costs from the tribe. Example TED-C projects may include establishment of tribal business charters with a focus on energy resource development, adoption and/or implementation of secured transaction codes, development of tribal energy regulations, such as leasing regulations pursuant to the Hearth Act or other authorities, and much, much more. In our last program solicitation, TED-C awarded $2.8 million to 19 projects nationwide at no cost match for tribes. While there are many activities a tribe can undertake to advance energy development capacity, DEMD has seen high levels of interest and success in work centered on the formation of a tribal utility authority. A tribal utility is a business entity that provides energy services to customers within their jurisdiction. Utility services can also include water, wastewater, and telecommunications. Tribal utility authorities can range in complexity from a more simple virtual operation where a tribe takes on aggregated metering and billing services to a more complex bricks and mortar operation where a tribe fully owns and operates energy generation or distribution assets. Now, there are many reasons tribes consider forming a utility authority. The key drivers can be boiled down into two key considerations. One, tribes can spend millions of dollars each year on electric power. And two, these services are largely controlled by third-party incumbent utilities who may or may not have the tribe's best interests in mind. And for these reasons, tribes need to and are taking a more active role in managing these assets. Regardless of whether you are considering a tribal utility authority or not, the TED-C grant program equips tribes to develop organizational and legal infrastructure that increases capabilities to manage and regulate their energy resources. So here's a quick view of TED-C projects funded since 2015. The map highlights a national footprint of diverse projects, including a Tribal Utility Authority feasibility study with the Aquinnah Wampanoag Tribe of Gayhead, a feasibility study for development of distributed electrical generation and organization with the Southern Ute Indian Tribe, Lower Brule Corporation's project in developing capacity to market tribal renewable energy resources. And up in Alaska, there are many projects evaluating options for building out collaborative energy utility operations amongst multiple small microgrid entities.
First, who is actually eligible for a TEDC grant? Any federally recognized tribes and Alaska Native tribes and villages are welcome to apply. Additionally, Tribal Energy Development Organizations, or TEDOs, are also welcome to apply. As defined under 25 U.S.C. Section 3502, Indian Tribal Energy Resource Development, funds may only be used for projects occurring on Indian lands. On average, DEMD awards between 15 and 45 TEDC grants annually. In 2022, DEMD received 34 proposals and funded 19 projects. The TEDC grant allows for funding on potential projects ranging from $10,000 up to $1 million. As stated previously, there is no cost match for tribes and there are no fees associated with the grant. While there are no fees or cost match associated with the grant, the tribe is responsible for any application preparation costs. The Department of the Interior and the Bureau of Indian Affairs are not responsible for the cost of application preparation. Each project will only be funded for 1 year, so you cannot apply for a multiple-year project under the TEDC grant. Submission dates and deadlines are subject to change on an annual basis. For more information, please refer to the Dates section within the grant opportunity on grants.gov on a regular basis. Before you can submit an application for a TEDC grant, you must register with both SAM.gov and the Automated Standard Application for Payments, or the ASAP financial system. SAM.gov will issue your Unique Entity Identifier, or UEI number. Your UEI number is required to do business with the federal government and DEMD, and will be required as a form of ID within grants.gov and Grant Solution Systems. Both SAM.gov and ASAP profiles need to be in an active status at the time of submission of your application and throughout the review process. Each registration process can take between 7 to 10 business days. Please give yourself plenty of time to register early. Both registrations are active for only 1 calendar year. If a profile falls out of active status, this can cause potential delays in the submission, review, and potential award process. If you are approaching the 1-year calendar mark, please maintain an active profile and register according to your deadline. Grants.gov is a system where you will be submitting your application. We will go over a few important things on grants.gov to assist with this process. To find the grant listing, you can use keywords such as TEDC or DEMD to search the opportunities and retrieve the opportunity number. Keep this number. It will come in handy if you need to search for the grant listing at a later time. Workspace is a newly implemented application management tool within grants.gov. This allows you to initiate, edit, and save forms required for the submission. Workspace also allows you to track the progress and status of forms throughout the submission process. You can look up your file by entering the opportunity number or the specific workspace number tied to the submission. Once all forms are completed and submitted, grants.gov sends the application to DEMD for review. There are plenty of resources that can be found on the Applicants tab within the grants.gov website. Forms that are required for submission are the SF-424 form, Application for Federal Assistance, the SF-424A, Budget Information for Non-Construction Programs, a Budget Narrative form, a Project Narrative and Abstract Summary, and attachments can include a tribal resolution, a critical information sheet, a key contact sheet, and ACH vendor payment enrollment form. This form also requires your ASAP enrollment number. The application submission is assessed according to the evaluation criteria specific to DEMD, with a total of 100 possible points available for each application. It's best to remember the more concise and detailed your application is, can assist in the review process. It is crucial that DEMD and American Indian tribes, Native Alaskan villages, and tribal entities maintain communication throughout the life cycle of the grant. The DEMD project monitor will be working closely with the tribal grant monitor to oversee many components of the grant. Periodic updates will be scheduled between the DEMD project monitor and the tribal project monitor, establishing clear communication and a relationship to ensure the success of the grant. If there are any changes to the tribal grant monitor, financial monitor, or the elected tribal official overseeing the grant, DEMD requests to be made aware of such changes to avoid any delays within the grant itself. After you have completed all of the steps of registering with SAM.gov and ASAP, filed all the required information in your application and submission, a confirmation email will be sent by DEMD letting you know we have received your submission. This will indicate that you have submitted all required forms and documents to begin the review process. Note that this email will be a confirmation that we have received your submission, not a letter offering award funds. After you have received your confirmation email that we have received all required information and documentation, the review and award process from start to finish can take between 6 to 8 weeks. Don't worry, if you have any questions about what has been covered in the slides, our business services team is here to assist.
To help answer any questions, we will schedule Q&A sessions aimed at clarifying the TED-C grant application process to help get you started. The sessions are intended to support both tribes applying for the first time, as well as previous applicants who may have questions on how to improve their applications. We encourage you to share this presentation with your colleagues and join us at one of the sessions. If you are interested in learning more about our technical assistance offerings, the best and easiest way to initiate a conversation is to fill out the technical assistance request form located on our website. A member from one of our teams will reach out to you to schedule an online meeting to discuss your tribe's needs and ideas. You may also give us a call at the number provided on the slide. For assistance with the TED-C grant, complete the form and submit it to tedcgrants@bia.gov. For other requests not related to the TED-C, send the form to the branch most aligned with the subject of your request, using the email addresses listed at the bottom of the form. Thank you for your time today and your interest in the TED-C application process. Please feel free to reach out to DEMD at any time for questions and more information.